Today we're looking at the country of Algeria in the series known as Knowing Africa. We want to take a look at this country, but more importantly, we want to take a look at the continent to have a good sense and understanding of its people, the countries, 54 countries making up this continent, 1.2 billion Africans. Now, this number is very small. If you look at the geography of the continent and you look at the resources the continent is endowed with, the continent is the richest in the world. It has many resources. That's why the big countries like China, regions like the European Union, the United States, and other countries are flocking to Africa because of the resources. And so this series, Knowing Africa, is meant to shed some light on the countries of the continent and to put out some understanding as to the people, the culture, and the geography, as well as the politics. So we'll begin with Algeria, and the name of this country is the Democratic Republic of Algeria. That is the official name of this country. Now, everybody knows it as Algeria, of course, that's the name, but the official name is the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria. And people of that country are known as Algerians, right? Algerians. That is the name of the people of that country, Algerians. The capital is Algiers. That's the name of the capital. Now, let's come to the map and take a look. Algiers is right here on the Mediterranean Sea. Right on the map, right here on the Mediterranean Sea. And this is a very interesting location for the capital because it's easily accessible by sea and easily accessible by air and of course by road coming from other countries and even within the country. The population is 44.7 million, an estimate as of 2023, and this means it is 32nd in the world in terms of population. 32nd in the world in terms of population. 44.7 million Algerians. The location is North Africa, right? So we come to the map here. This region is known as North Africa. This region is known as North Africa. So you have all of these countries in North Africa, but today we're looking at Algeria. So the location is North Africa, which is a very interesting location. Northwest, it's located in the northwestern part of the continent. As you can see, northwestern part of the continent. It gained its independence on July 3rd, 1962, after fighting a protracted war with France. Now, it was colonized by France, and they had to really fight to secure their independence. A very bitter war between the Algerians and France before they secured independence. The type of government is Unitarian. Unitarian means center or central, semi-presidential republic, right? And it has two legislative chambers, so bicameral legislative body, unitary type of government. A unitary type of government means that power comes from the center. Presidential system of government, power comes from the center to the regions, to the different parts of the country in terms of governance and so forth. It neighbors many countries. Tunisia to the northeast. Let's come to the map. This is Tunisia to the northeast. Libya to the east. This is Libya, right? Another huge country. Morocco to the west. And this is Morocco right here to the west. And it has Western Sahara. Now, this is a country that many people don't know about because it's been in the shadows of Morocco. Right now, it's controlled by Morocco. And this is Western Sahara right here. And then it is also bordering Mauritania. This is Mauritania, a huge country. And it also borders Mali, right? And this is Mali right here to the south, and it borders Niger to the south as well, right? So it borders 7 countries, and then it borders the Mediterranean Sea, and this is the Mediterranean Sea right here, borders the Mediterranean Sea as well. So it has a lot of borders. Very critical country in terms of geography, impacting many countries, and it has a landmass that is very big, and as a matter of fact, the biggest landmass on the continent. And so that takes us to the geography, which is the largest, or just the largest country in Africa, the largest country in terms of land in Africa. It has 80% desert, right? And this is a very interesting statistics right here. So the suggestion here then is that even though it has a lot of land, most of it is not habitable, right? Because 80% is desert. And so here you have most of the Algerians live up here, up north, because this part is desert, pretty much, very, sparsely populated. This part is desert. and most Algerians live up here. The capital is here, Algiers, and then you have your cities along the coast of the Mediterranean Sea, and you have some cities here as well, and so forth. So most of the 44 million people live here. Those that live in these parts, in the southern parts, are the nomads, right, that they go from place to place, right? But the majority of Algerians live up north. 80% of the country is uninhabitable. Okay, so in terms of ethnicity then, and this is a very important point as well. So it's Arab Berber, 99%, right? 99% of the population is Arab Berber, right? And European, less than 1%, mostly, people of French descent, the leftovers from the colonial days and so forth, still there. So it's a predominantly Arabic-speaking country in terms of language, and that takes us to the next point here. In terms of language, Arabic is official language. French is a lingua franca, but of course they speak Berber or Tamazight as an official language as well, and there are different variations of this language, right? Tamazight, Kabeli Berber, Shiwaya Berber, as well as Miza Berber and Tuareg Berber. So the Tamazight is also an official language along with Arabic, and of course French as a lingua franca because of the legacy of French colonization. And finally, in terms of religion, 99% of Algerians are Muslims, specifically Sunni Muslims, predominantly Sunni Muslims, but you have others as well: Christians, Jewish, Ahmadi Muslims, right? That's a variation of Islam, Shiite Muslims, and Ahmadi Muslims, consisting of 1% as of 2012 statistics or estimates, right? So this is Algeria, a very interesting country, the largest country on the continent, with a very interesting politics, good in soccer as well. They won the African Cup and have very good teams in the country. So Algeria begins this series of Knowing Africa, and the idea here then is to explore the continent in a bit more details by highlighting each country and the culture, the language, the politics, the economics, and the geography of the country that we're looking at. And by so doing, we're raising awareness about the continent. So this is Algeria, the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria.